Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So welcome back, and we are on page number 19, pointer number D, and inshallah we will now be starting with the grammar session. We have completed the Quranic session in the first video itself, and here inshallah we will start with the grammar. So just to have a little brief revision of the grammar that we have been doing, we'll start with a little revision and then we will inshallah go ahead. So Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri, wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are on course 5, doing the grammar, page 18, pointer B. We had sent the grammar because a very single page of grammar was there. We are on the fourth pair, that is showing relation between the two pairs, that is called as mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. And last time on, we studied the relation of this with the pronouns. Okay. So till now we have learned there are four types of sentences. Jumlatul ismiya, and that is Allahu Ghafurun, starts with an ism. Then we have with inna Allah Ghafurun. After that the noun would have a fatha. Then we have the verbal sentence starting with a kana. So kana Allahu Ghafuran, and then we have fi'liya, which is a verbal sentence. خلق الله الأرض. خلق, created. Allahu, Allah, al-arda. So Allah is with a dhamma. That is the jumlatul fi'liya. These are the basic four types of sentences. Then we had seen four pairs. Harf jarf, which is a word followed by the preposition. So fil ardi baytun kabirun. Baytun kabirun is sifat mausuf, adjective and noun. Baytun is noun, kabir is adjective. Dhalikal baytu, this is the house. So this is isma ishara, dhalikal baytu. So we saw that the first part does not change any i'rab, only the second part will change i'rab. Baytullahi is the relation, that is mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. Okay, so haza baytun kabirun, this is the different cases that it will be in. Ra'a Zaidun Baitan Kabiran, Zaidun fi Baitin Kabirin. Then we have Dhalika, Isma Ishara. And in the Isma Ishara, we have studied simple sentences like Baituhu Dhalikal Baitu. His house is this house. Ra'a Zaidun, Zaid saw Dhalikal Baita. So we know that after Zalika, the noun is going to be taking the i'rab. Zalika will not change. Zaidun fi dhalikal baiti, right? Zaid is in the house. Dhalikal baitu is also working like a mudaf mudaf ilayhi, but the as a pair, but the Arab changes on the last alphabet only. Then we have mudaf mudaf ilayhi. Haza baitun lahi. This is Allah's house. Ra'a Zaidun. Zaid saw Baitullahi with a fatha because he is seeing and it is an object. Baitullahi is an object. Zaidun fi Baitillahi, and Zaid is in the house of Allah. So in the previous lesson, we learned that the fourth pair and the relation with the nouns. We saw Baituhu in the Rafa state, Baitahu in the Nasab state, and Baiti, he, in the Jar state. So who becomes he after the kasra on the ta. Okay. Then let us use this pair in the sentences practice with Pipe. Haza baituhu, dakhala zaidun baitahu. Ta is because it is now the object, the house is an object. Zaidun fi baitihi, Zaid is in his house. So T makes the who he. Okay, that is the difference. In this learn, we will learn some more points, and the fourth pair that shows relations with the plurals. So till now we had seen the singular, now we will see with the plurals, right? So Baitullahi, house of Allah, and Kitabul Muslimi is the book of Muslim. This is a single Muslim, okay? We have seen that Muslim has a kasra here, so it is in the genitive case, okay, or the jar state. When we are using the plural, it will be Kitabul Muslimina. This is again in the genitive case. Kitabul Muslimina. Here it is in genitive case because of mudaf mudaf ilahi. Okay, so that's why Muslimina is used here. So let's practice with some thoughts. Kitabul Muslimin is the Rafa state. Kitabul Muslimin is the Nasab state where the Fatha is on the Kitaba. Muslimin is always going to have a kasra only. And Kitabil Muslimina, that is the jar state. Okay, so we'll take this with examples. Hada, just a moment. Hada Kitabul Muslimin. This is the book of the Muslims. Right? Then we have Qara'tu, which means I read, and here the Kitabul Muslimin is an object. So Qara'tu, I read Kitabul Muslimin, the book of the Muslims. Katabtu means I wrote, min from, I wrote from Kitabil Muslimin, from the book of the Muslims. So Katabdu min, because of the min we have Kitabil Muslimina, but as you see, the Muslimina is going to remain same. It is not changing. It is always in the genitive case because it is mudaf ilayhi. So instead of Kitabul Muslimina, we take Kitabuhum, right? So their book. So if there is an effect, Kitabuhum, and after the preposition, it will become Kitabihim. So the Rafa state is Kitabuhum, the Nasab state is Kitabahum, and the Jar state is Kitabihim, not hum. So hum will become him. Hada Kitabuhum, this is their book. Qara'tu, I read Kitabahum, their book. Katabtu, I wrote min kitabihim, from their book. Right? So kitabuhim is because of the kasra. That's the only thing. That's the only learning. This is very simple. There's nothing very new and complicated. Prepositions affects the nouns after it. So other than is duna. Min duna is other than. But with a pronoun, it becomes min dunihi, other than him. Min dunihim, other than them. Min dunika, other than you. Min duni, other than me. Min dunikum, other than you all. Min dunina, other than all of us. Min duniha, other than her. Right? So a lot of places min dunillah comes, which means other than Allah. So get your proofs other than Allah if you are truthful. Kul hatu burhanakum in kuntum sadiqin. And then we have the ayat which we had already gone, where Allah Ta'ala is asking that if you can get a Quran or even a surah, then get it without the help of Allah. Min dunil la. Okay, preposition affects the noun after it. So qabl, before. Min qablihi, before him. Min qablihim, before them. Min qablika, before you. Min qabli, before me. Min qablikum, before you all. Min qablina, before all of us. Min qabliha, before her. Okay, so this is with qabl. Then we can have it with ba'd. So min ba'dihi, after him. Min ba'dihim, after them. Min ba'dika, after you. Min ba'di, after me. Min ba'dikum, after you all. Min ba'dina, after us. Min ba'diha, after her. All this is simple. We have done many more complex things before, so this is like, I think, very simple. Pick relation pairs in nasab state. So we have to pick the relations in the nasab state, which means the fatha state. Qara'tu kitab al-muslimin, which is in the fatha state. Then ra'ayta, you saw baytallahi, that is also in the nasab state, right? So these two are in the nasab state. Qara'tu kitab B. Okay. So this we missed because of the E there. Qara'tu, I read. Kitabi, my book. But here, kitabun is actually in the nasab state. And because of the possession it is showing, it is in the it is showing the dhamma. So that's why it is got confusing. Did you understand this? I'll just highlight that. Okay, black color. So it was asking the nasab state, and we picked up kitab al-muslimin because of the fatha. Then ra'aita baytallahi is also the nasab state. Here min makes it jar state, but qara'tu kitabi, right? So qara'tu kitaba, but because of this possession, the ba has got a kasra. So in spite of this ba having kasra, it is still in the nasab state, right? It is in the nasab state, and it is not a jar state. Kitabi is not jar state. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So sometimes you might see things which might look that they are looking like in jar state, but here this is in nasab state. This was a little googly. We got stuck in that. Okay. Pick the relations pairs in rafa state. So karaktu kitab al muslimin is not rafa state. Katabtu min kitab al muslimin is also not rafa state. Haza kitabul muslimin is rafa state. Dhalika baiti, this is also rafa state. Okay, again you see here baiti is with a kasra, but it is in the rafa state, right? The same thing like before. Okay, I'll just again highlight this so that you understand. Here the by dhalika by 2 it should have been, but because of the possession it becomes by t, but state wise it is still a rafa state. Okay, pick relations pairs in the jar state. In the jar state we have the kasra. So karaktu kitabal is not jar state. Katabtu min is jar state. Haza kitabul muslimin is not jar state. Karaktu min kitabi, right? So here anyway min is there, but this is in jar state. So in jar state, the even after the min it will be kitabi only, right? Because of the position. So there are two in this. This is the book of Muslims. Haza kitabal muslimin, hada kitabil muslimin, hada kitabul muslimun, hada kitabul muslimin. What is the right answer?
D.
Yes, right. So here we have kitabul because of the we wanted in rafa state, but it is mudaf ilahi, and that's why we'll have kitabul muslimin. Kitabul muslimina, not kitabul muslimuna. Okay, kitabul muslimuna becomes what? It is in what state?
Dhamma.
Dhamma state. So it is not mudaf ilahi. Okay, it is not mudaf ilahi. Okay, so translate into Arabic. And Allah is the ally of the believers. Wallahu waliyul mu'minun. Wallahu waliyul mu'minin. Wallahu waliyal mu'minin. Wallahu waliyil mu'minin. So what is the answer?
C.
B. Wallahu waliyul mu'minin.
C. Allahu waliyal mu'minin.
Allahu waliyal mu'minin. Right? Waliyil mu'minin is with kasra. So there is no need for a kasra there. Okay? Wallahu waliyul. It is no. So wallahu waliyul mu'minin, not C. B is the answer because it is in rafa state.
File.
Right. It is fine. Correct. It is in the rafa state. Right. It is not an asab. Not it is not seeing. It is a statement like haza kitabullah. So something Allahu wallahu waliyul mu'minin. So in fact, if you see here, Allahu and now this waliyul mu'minin is the adjective of Allah. Okay, so it has to have the same i'rab. That's why this should be waliyul mu'minin. Okay. Okay. Hal karakta, do you read Kitab al Muslimin? Do you read the book of Muslims? What will be the answer? Naam karaktu Kitabul Muslimin. Naam karaktu Kitabul Muslimun. Naam karaktu Kitabal Muslimin. And Naam karaktu Kitabil Muslimin. What is the right answer?
Naam qara'tu kitabul muslimin.
Kitab al-Muslim.
C is the answer because the Kitab al-Muslim is going to remain same. Only karakta will become answer. In the answer it will be karaktu. Rest everything will remain same. Correct. I saw the house of believers. right? So now I saw, so house of believers becomes object. Okay, object will be in nasab state, right? So ra'aytu
Baik,
baytal
tak muslimin.
mu'minin. Okay, baytal mu'minin. Naam, I think they have not written the translation. Naam yaktubuna min kitabil muslimin. Fine. Hada hal dhalika kitabul muslimin, is that the book of the Muslimin? So what is the answer? It will remain same. Naam dhalika kitabul muslimin. So B is the answer. Naam dhalika kitabul muslimin. So now we go to examples from the Quran. Wallahu waliyul mu'minin, and Allah is the ally of the believers. Right? Wa anna Allah, because of anna, Allah has a fatha. Wa anna Allah la yudi'u, will not allow to go waste. Ajral mu'minin. Ajr is the ajr of the mu'minin, right? So here the example is that this is mudaf ilahi, and the mudaf ilahi will also always be in the genitive case. So waliyul mu'minin, ajral mu'minin, qulubil kafirin, right? So this is in the rafa state, and this one is in the nasab state, because Allah will not allow to get wasted. What? Ajral mu'minin, ajr of the mu'minin. فذلك يتبع الله كذلك, sorry, كذلك يتبع, like that, يتبع seals, Allah seals, ala, over, because of Allah we have qulubil kafirin, right? So not qulubil kafiruna, qulubil kafirina, because of mudaf ilayhi with the plural form. So in the plural form it will always be in the genitive case or the jar state. Translate on the hearts of the polytheists, on ala qulubil mushrikuna, ala qulubal mushrikina, ala qulubul mushrikina, ala qulubil mushrikina. So ala is on, qulub has to be in kasra because of ala. Then we have mushrikina should be in the genitive state because of mudaf ilahi. Okay, so D is the answer. Ala qulubil mushrikina. Or translate, this is the reward of the disbelievers. This is the reward of the disbelievers. Haza jaza al kafirin. Haza jaza il kafirin. Haza jaza ul kafirun.
D.
Haza jaza ul kafirin. So haza, after haza, it will be in the rafa state. But kafirin has to be in genitive case because of this mudaf ilayhi. So D is the answer. They have not given, yeah. So that completes the grammar. We had very short grammar, and I think nothing major in that. It's quite simple. Only thing is that we have to keep the mudaf ilahi in the genitive case. That is the only learning. Practice this, write it a couple of times, and inshallah it will become easy. So there was nothing new or nothing very complex. Inshallah, it was quite simple. So any questions in the grammar part, we can take it now. No questions? Anybody wants to discuss anything?
Here, this Mubtada and Khabar, they are not discussed.
Mubtada and Khabar, I think we had discussed in this form when we were taking the Jumlatul Ismiya. Allahu Ghafurun. Right, so there we had discussed the Mubtada and Khabar. Allahu is Mubtada and Khabar is Ghafur.
In this sentence, Wallahu waliyul mu'minina.
That also.
Wallah is a Mubtada. No?
Yes, yes,
Mu'minin.
correct. Wallah is Mubtada and the Khabar of that is, and that's why it is in the same state, same condition. I think if you realize now, whatever forms we have learned, we have actually gone through examples of most of it. So their claim of that 90% words are done, more important than the vocabulary per se. If you understand how the words are going, that will help you. That is one thing. Secondly, you can if you have got comfortable with the Arabic dictionary, then it is easy for you to search. But now already online we have so many platforms where your root words get so easily, you can find that out easily, and the forms also becomes easy. So with that, the flavor of the language becomes more easy for you to understand on how when the one type of word is changing and how its meaning is changing, right? So that is also become easy, alhamdulillah.
This word millat
Huh.
is with ta marbuta, and
Yes.
sometimes ta is also mabsut, like aslam tu.
Huh. That is a
Yes.
different that is the verb and the form of the verb ta. And there is that's why when you have this kind of a ta, that you cannot make it the sound of a ha. Milla, millata, you can, if you're stopping there, you will say millah, but you cannot say aslam. Aslam tu will always remain aslam tu. Even while reading and kirat. Right. So any questions or discussions?
This for this word is salaha yaslahu islaha salihun.
Solid.
Then isme maful is not there, ne?
Yeah, because something on which righteousness is done is not there, but you can use it and write it. But usage, it is not a commonly used word. Like Mustafa is a commonly used word, but muslih, muslah is not
मुस्लिहुन था ना एक जगह मुस्लिहुन
muslihun.
एक जगह आया था मुस्लिहुन सालिहिन also common and
Salihin
मुस्लिहुन
is more.
salihun and salihuna
So
both
no,
are common.
that is from aslaha yuslihu. Muslihun is aslaha yuslihu.
इस पे फाइल salihun
Right.
then plural will be salihuna.
Correct.
or
That is very
salihun.
commonly used. No, that is very commonly used. Salihuna, salihina. And if you say, if you put it as mudaf ilayhi, it will be what? If I say righteous slaves, what will you say it as?
Slaves. Abdun salihun.
Ibadun salihina. Ibadus salihin.
Plural. In plural form.
So ibadus salihin. Ibad will also be plural, and salih, it will already be salihin. It cannot be ibadus salihuna. Why? Because it is mudaf ilayhi. Right? Ibadus salihin, ibadas salihin, and ibadis salihin. Salihin will always remain salihin only because it is mudaf ilayhi. That was the learning of today, the plurals with mudaf ilayhi. Any other questions?
Jazakallah.
So, if there are no questions, then we can conclude for today, and inshallah just write the homework. It is very little and very small. Now we have reached a stage where this is very simple for you also. So just do that, and that will finish it. We have 5 more sessions to go. 6, I think 6. We have done B today, no? So 6 more sessions to go till we complete our full course, inshallah. Okay, so with that, inshallah, we conclude for today. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.